Hello, Catweazle here. Welcome to the channel. And welcome back to Zombicide Black Plague, Big Game Hunting, where I think we're on chapter the 3rd. Fabulous. Okay, did pretty well last turn. What we're looking to do now is get through, perhaps go through the vault and get down here, which is why I've kept it zoomed up. But before we get on to turn the 5th, just a few things. First of all, a few of you may have come along to a hangout that I did with Barry Reynolds, a Gateway Gamer runs through. Did it a couple of months ago, just had a chat for an hour or so live. He's having another one with a few fellow TubeTables guild members. If you don't know what TubeTables is, I mean, you may have seen, at the end of my videos I have these sort of hexagons fly up. It says TubeTables. Well, what that is it's a guild on Board Game Geek, and just for YouTube content creators. Well, it's for anybody actually. Anybody can join. Come along. And so if you if you go along to like Board Game Geek, by all means join. And we just have chats around, you know, YouTube and what have you, and other stuff. But a few of us are getting together on Barry's channel for another one of these hangouts. It's going to be 8 o'clock UK time tomorrow evening, so you're more than welcome to come along, ask a few questions. I think with it being 8 o'clock UK time, that's probably lunchtime in the US, probably anything from 12 till 3 over there with all your time zones and whatnot. So it'd be around midday, later or earlier depending on where you are. There's going to be a few of us there. I'm going to be there, obviously. Also, I think Solo McLaughlin will be there, of the Flying Solo YouTube channel. Frenzy Kitty will be there, that's Gareth from South Africa. And Antlab Games, he will be there. And of course Barry himself. There may be a couple of others who join in, I don't know as it stands. But come along, listen to us have a chin wag. And if you've got any questions or anything, by all means, fling them out. I should imagine we'll try and answer them to the best of our abilities. But that's 8 o'clock UK time tomorrow. I'll put a link down yonder. There'll be a link. And I've also liked it in my video list. So you should be able to see it on my liked videos, and it's got a reminder thing, I think, so if you click the reminder it will remind you to pop along, and as I say, it'd be great to see you. So having done that, having done my bit of advertising for the show, let's move on to what we're all here for, which is to kill the undead. Right, so our first player is going to be Baldric, and he's way up there. And what's he going to do first? Well, first of all, he's only on one. He's only got 1 XP, which means he's just the person to pick this up. Pick this objective token up. We'll flick it over. It's a red one. Whew. So this isn't the Necromancer's lab, and he gets 5 experience points. That puts him up to 6. So he's not yet in the yellow. So that's cool. So that's his first action. His second action is he's going to go down into the vault. There he goes. Can you see that? Yes, you can. And for his final action, obviously, he's going to flick this over, and we're going to act really surprised that it's the Inferno spell. That'll be one of the things with, obviously, with the expansions and all the Kickstarter stuff I've got coming, we will get more of these, so we wouldn't know he was getting the Inferno spell. But we've only got 2, so we do know he's getting the Inferno spell. So he gets that. So he's going to take his Mana Blast, going to pop that into his backpack, and he's going to put the Inferno spell where that was. And those are his 3 actions. So that is it for Baldric. Next up we've got Clovis. What he's going to do first is he is going to search, I think. Yes, why not? So he's going to search, and he has found a dagger. So, going to keep this. So, yeah, he's found a dagger. That's pretty cool. So, I'll put that into his backpack. That's something else he will be able to trade. For his second action, he's going to move down into the vault, where he's going to trade. But he's not trading the dagger. He's going to trade Death Strike. So he's going to trade Death Strike to Baldric. Baldric's going to put that in his offhand, and he's going to put Lightning Bolt in his backpack. And that is it for Clovis. I think we'll get a few people in the vault before we actually open the door, so we can all come flying out and deal with whatever comes in here, I think. So that is Clovis. After Clovis, we have Nelly. Right, good old Nelly. In fact, Nelly might be able to open it. Yeah, what we'll do is Nelly will go one into here with a free action. A first action that she has to pay for, she's going to go down here. A second action, she's going to open this because she's got an axe. So she's got one action left, remember. But first of all, let's spawn in here. We're still on the blue, so that's cool. So our first is a double spawn. Oh, so it's going to be a double spawn in here because these two rooms are connected. Our first one is nothing in sight. What a shame. And our second card for in here is a fatty. Okay, so we've got a fatty in there. We still may have more than a fatty in here. The reason being is obviously we've got to flick these babies over. So what might happen is one of these might be blue, in which case we're in the Necromancer's lab, and we will get a few more zombies appearing. So she's got her last, yeah, she's still got one action left, I think. So she will pop up here because it's fairly safe. She can't get attacked by the fatty even during the zombie activation phase because it can only move one. So that's pretty cool. Right, so she's in there. Oh, noise token. She opened the vault door, didn't she? So put a noise token in there, seeing as she was opening it from underneath. Right, after Nelly. After Nelly, it's good old Samson. What is he going to do? I think he's going to follow. So he'll go one into here, one down into the vault, and he will give some support to Nelly here. After all, he does have his hammer, so let's get him helping out. We should be alright because Baldric's got Inferno and Death Strike anyway, but just in case anything happens, let's have Samson next to Nelly. So that's Samson's go, and next we have Silas. Here's Silas. He is going to attack the fatty. Why not? As mentioned, we're going to keep him up here just in case we get a Necromancer. So he's going to fire at the fatty. So that's 2 dice, and his Orcish crossbow. We need a 2 or better. Well, there's the 5. I'll re-roll this one that missed. And a 3 did 2 hits. So that's bye-bye Mr. Fatty. He's gone. And that is an extra experience point for Silas, who goes up to 3. That's very good. So he's got 2 actions left. Don't really want him to go here because he'll get attacked by the runner during the activation. Like I say, you can stay on any one of these 3 pretty much. So I think what he'll do is he'll go in here and he'll search with his second action. And of course he finds a bloody walker. Couldn't find Dragon Bile, he had to find a walker. Now he's used his Orcish crossbow. And the thing about the Orcish crossbow is it needs to reload. It needs 1 action to reload, but that's okay because it's also a melee weapon. So he's going to use it as a melee weapon. So range 0, it's because of these. He's got these massive. I don't know if you can see them. See these massive like spikes on the end of the crossbow. He's going to use them. So he still gets 2 dice. It's still a 3+, but it is a 3+ in this case because it's not ranged. He's not using it as a ranged weapon, so it will be 3+, but it still does 2 damage. So he needs 2 dice, and he needs to get a 3 or better. And he gets a 6 and a 5. So kills that, gets another experience point, which moves him up to 4. And for his final action, he's just going to step out again. We want him on patrol. Right, so that was Silas's go. And our final player for this player phase is Anne. So let's have a think. She could have a go at the runner. She could move one normally again, and then do a bloodlust, 1-2, and attack. Yes, I think she'll do that. So 1 here. Mind you, if she misses her attack, then he's going to get 2 goes at her. She has got plate armour. What we'll do, we'll just play it a bit safe. We won't do that. She's going to search. So she's going to search. Hopefully she won't find a walker. She finds apples. What's she on? She's only got 3 experience, so she'll take those and she'll discard them. That'll put her up to 4. And what she'll do is, for the final 2 actions, she'll go 1-2. She'll guard up here, and we'll have Silas guarding down here. We'll do it that way. Right, that is the end of the player phase. Let's crack on with the zombie phase. Right, here we are at the zombie phase. So it's movement city. So we'll start at the top. So these go 1, 2, 2 walkers. Come round to the side. 1, 2, 1, 1. Then down to the bottom of the map. So there goes the fatty, and we've got the 2 activations for the runner. 1, 2. There we go. Right, so now we're spawning, as usual, at the top. And we get a Necromancer. This is exactly why I kept Silas where he was. So we've got a Necromancer. So let's get an extra activation point. Let's get the Necromancer model. There we go. The brother of the other one. So he plonks on there. He gets to pull one of these. We're still in the blue. So it's 1 walker comes with him. Where is it? There we go. Right. So that's bad. Obviously we need to kill that Necromancer pretty sharpish. Right, so our next activation's down here, and we get nothing in sight. That's what we like. And our final activate, oh, Necromancer card. Put it in there. And we get down here, and we get 2 walkers. Right. So 2 walkers down here. Right, so that is it for the zombie phase. Next up, it is the end phase. Here we are at the end phase. We've got to get rid of this noise token. That was Nelly using the axe on the vault door into here. That goes, and we move the first player token. Goes from Baldric to Clovis. And that is now at the end of turn the 5th. So let's crack on straight into turn the 6th. Okay, so here we are with Clovis. What's Clovis going to do? Well, his first movement is going to be into here. And his second movement, he's not going to move, he's going to trade. And what he's going to trade is, he's going to trade the dagger. So he's trading the dagger, and he's trading it to Nelly. Nelly is going to put it in her body slot. She can put it there. She can also dual wield, as she is doing with the short sword and her axe. But the dagger gives her +1 die, so that's really useful. Now, what else is Clovis going to do? Nothing. He can't attack the fatty because he doesn't have a 2 damage weapon, unfortunately. So it means he loses out on a action. He can't search because there's a zombie there. So that is it for Clovis, but next up is Nelly. So what's Nelly going to do? So Nelly can't really attack the fatty either. So what she's going to do is she's going to use a free movement action and an additional action to actually get into this room. You need to spend an extra action to dodge a zombie, if you recall, and one of those is a free movement action. So she's used she used a normal action to dodge the zombie and a free movement action to actually get into here. So she's still got 2 actions left. Now, I think she has 1, 2, yeah. So she is still on 1 XP. So what that means is she can pick this up. So she's going to pick that up. Let's flick it over. Oh no. Damn. Right, this is the lab. But, oh, actually, we might be lucky because the Abomination's out and the Necromancer's out. She's actually found the lab. So she does get 5 experience points before anything else. So she's up to 6. So she's up to 6. This is the lab. Let me just check on what happens when the lab objective is found. Okay. We seem to have done alright. If we just read this bit here. Torch 'em. Finding the blue objective marks the laboratory's location. Immediately spawn a Necromancer in the zone. If the Necromancer is already on the board, and he is, because we just had him up there, spawn an Abomination instead. If both are already on the board, nothing happens, but we still get the experience. So she still gets the 5 experience. It's just the Necromancer and the Abomination weren't at home at the time. They've gone out for a wander, probably on the way back now. So she still gets the 5 experience. So that's cool. And she's got 1 action left, and with a final action, she is going to search. And she finds plenty of arrows. So she put that in a backpack. And that's her go. So remember, she burned 1 action to actually escape the zombie. She actually moved with a free movement action, picked up the objective, found the laboratory, nobody was home, and with a final action, she searched and found some arrows. So that is Nelly's go. Next, it is Samson. And Samson's going to have 3 goes. Hopefully he won't need 3 at this fatty. So he's got his hammer. And, yep, he's got his hammer, which is 1 dice, needs a 4+, but he's essentially got 3 rolls because he's got all 3 actions left. So let's have a go. First go, a 4. He's done it. He only needed a 4 or better, so he's killed the fatty. So that's gone. That puts him up to 4 experience. Whoop. Oh no, 3 experience, sorry. It was sort of at the halfway point. Let's put him up to 3 experience. I think it's 3. I'll have to go back and check. It was sort of at the halfway point, the gauge. But let's put him as 3 just to be sure. And right, that's cool. It's done that. 2, 3. I seem to be short a bod. Oh, of course, we've got Baldric, haven't we? Yeah, he's going to go last. Yes, sorry about that. So he's still got 2 actions left. Now I'm thinking somebody's going to have to pick this up. Might just leave it for the time being because that'd send us into the yellow. So what he's going to do is search. He'll search here and he gets a hand crossbow. Bolts, 1 action to reload, free in the end phase. Alright, can be dual wielded though. So if he shoots this, he needs an action to reload it before he can shoot again in the same turn. But he can shoot it once, leave it. Once we get to the end of the turn, it'll reload automatically anyway. So he's going to put that hand crossbow in his other hand. So he's now got a ranged option. So that's pretty cool. Right, so killed the fatty, did some searching. I think what he's going to do now is Ooh. He'll move into here. Because what we might do... Yeah, he'll move into there. So, he's in there, he's used his 3 actions, that's it for Samson. Right, after Samson, we have Silas. And what he's going to do is... Well, we need to get rid of this guy. So, first of all, he's going to use his orcish crossbow. And... Or is he? First thing he's going to do, actually, is he's going to, like, rearrange. He's going to take his orcish crossbow, just put it in his backpack, and he's going to take his short bow. The reason for that is the short bow doesn't need to be reloaded. So, hopefully with one shot he can get this guy, and with his second shot he can get some of these. So, let's try that. Yeah, I suppose could use his orcish crossbow to shoot at these two and kill these two, and then yeah, he'll do that instead. Yes, I think that's optimal. So he thought about swapping it, and he's had a better idea. He's going to use his orcish crossbow, but he's going to use it on these two. The reason for that is, one, he can probably shoot these two. Then he can swap to his short bow and with his final action shoot at the runner. But it also means that if he's successful, there'll be no zombies here, which means that Annie can use her bloodlust to get here and start like trying to kill these two. So I think we'll do that. Right, so he's going to use his bloodlust. What am I talking about? He's going to use his orcish crossbow against these two. So we need 2s or better. There's a 2. And one that missed was a 6. So he's killed both those. They're gone. He's now up to 6 experience. Oh, it looks like he's going to go into the yellow. Right, so he's used his orcish crossbow. And what he's going to do, he's going to swap with his short bow for his second action. And then with his short bow, he's going to attack the runner. 1 dice, but he only needs a 2 or better. Ooh, and he does get a 2 as well. But it's good enough. Runner's gone. That he now goes into the yellow. We're in the yellow now, so it doesn't matter who picks up this, because we're in the yellow. So, right, so in the yellow, so that means to get our special sign, I'll put that over here, so I'll be able to see it when I pull the spawn cards. And that's it for his, yep, that's it for his actions. And now it is Annie, and Annie's our final player for this player phase. First thing she's going to do is Bloodlust. She knows that Necromancer's round the corner, so she's going to go 1, 2 and attack. Because it's melee, she can choose who she attacks. We're not doing targeting priority because it's not a ranged attack. So she is going to attack the Necromancer with this, and she needs a 4 or better. A 3, damn it! Let's use another dice. Second attack. It's a 3. No! No, you can't miss on 3. You're the last player. No! And again, a 5. Thank God. That is not ideal, but it's just averted disaster. She has killed the Necromancer. That means we won't get 2 spawns here. We'll just get the 1 because we get rid of that. But it does mean she's going to get attacked by a walker because she's now out of action. She gets a experience, puts her up to 5. Fortunately, she has got plate armour, but that is not ideal. I was hoping to kill both of those, seeing as we had 3 actions to attack. So that's a bit of a downer. Right, so that is the end of her go. But at least she managed to kill the Necromancer. Right, all we've pretty much got to do now is kill the abomination, to be honest, because we found the lab, we'd already killed the necromancer, so the last thing to do is actually kill this guy. So we'll have a think about that. But right now it's the zombie phase, so let's get on with it. Right, here we are, zombie phase. First thing is activation. We'll start at the top as normal, and that means the walker is attacking Anne. So normally it'd be an auto attack, you know, it automatically succeed, but she has got plate armour, so she gets a roll. She gets a 3 or better. The plate armour has saved a bacon. She gets what a time to roll a 1. So she has lost a bit of a downer. She's on 1 wound. Damn! So she's on 1 wound, that's bad. Other activations. So we move here. So that's going to go 1, 2, 1, 1. They're both going to move 1. And that is it. Got no other zombies anywhere. Right, so now we've got a zombie spawn, which means Anne is in a bit of a pickle. So, and remember we're at the yellow, so the first one up there, there's a fatty. I don't think she can kill a fatty either. No, she can't. So she's got a fatty there. So she's in a bit of bother. Next up, down here, and we get all standard runners move. Oh, we killed that runner. So there's no runners, so that's fine. And down here we get a double spawn, which is, oh no, that's going to be right on top of Annie. Oh, damn. Right, so first of all, 2 fatties. She's in big trouble now. She is in big trouble. We may lose Annie. So that's the first one. We've still got another one yet. 2 walkers. That is really bad. The main reason this is really bad is before she could have sort of killed that walker. She could have used an action to dodge the fatty and moved back here. She can't move now. She hasn't got enough movement points. She'd need like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She needs 7 movement points to be able to dodge all this lot and move here. And we've only got Silas to help her, unfortunately. So that's bad. We'll have to have a think about that. Right, so that's the end of the zombie phase. Next up, the end phase. Here we are at the end phase. Got no noise tokens, so it's just a question of moving our first player, which goes to Nelly. So Nelly is now our first player. And that is the end of turn the 6th. Pretty good turn. We found the lab. We can get rid of that token now. Found the lab. We've gone into the yellow zone, but unfortunately Anne, though she killed the necromancer, wasn't able to kill the walker there, and she's in trouble because we got a double spawn. Ugh. Right, so we're going to have to think about what we can do, really. Did I move Baldric? Baldric doesn't seem to have moved. He's still here. Have I just scooted past his move? I think I have, haven't I? Oh no, Baldric's last. What am I talking about? Ah, Baldric's the last player, not Anne. So he still had some movement. So I think all he was going to do was going to move. So yeah, so he'd have moved up here, and I knew everybody was on yellow by that point, didn't I? Because Silas had gone into yellow. Silas had already gone into yellow, so I would have moved him up here and I would have had him pick that up to give him 5. So that moves him up to 11. He goes into the yellow and gets an extra activation. Silas got an extra activation as well, didn't he? Because he went up to... yeah, Silas got an extra action because he went up to yellow. What would he have done? To be honest, he would have probably stepped here because he'd be looking to... oh no, he hasn't got the dragon bile. He would have probably... yeah, he'd have probably moved there in that case. If he'd had the dragon bile, he'd have moved down here to deal with that. But he would have moved this way to help support Anne. So that's what he did with his extra action that I forgot. And Baldric moved up here, one action, second action, got 5 extra experience points and went to yellow level, which gives him an extra action. So he's still got 2 left. He just searched and he found some dragon bile. Cool. And for his final action, what would he have done? Would he have traded with Clovis? Probably not. So he'll move into here, and that'll be the end of his turn. So sorry, missed Baldric out, but as you can see, I wasn't cheeky. I didn't have him coming back out here trying to help Anne, because I know he wouldn't have done that. He would have come up here. To pick up that objective token because Silas was already in the yellow. Right, so there we go. A slight... I'm getting better though, aren't I? If I make a mistake, I'm doing it before the end of the actual broadcast. So there we go. Woohoo! So as regards the problems we've got, specifically Anne, that hasn't really affected it. So we're going to have to figure out something. I suppose that extra action has helped of Silas because he can move 1 and then he's got 3 actions to shoot into this lot. So that's the only bit of help we've got from remembering stuff. He got an extra action because he levelled up, as did Baldric. Cool, alright. So, plenty to ponder on. Anybody got any ideas to help Anne out? By all means, let me know. But thanks for watching. Thanks very much for all the subscriptions, for all the comments, and like I say, if you've got any tips, especially for Anne, please let me know. And thanks very much for all your support, especially those of you that have bobbed across to Board Game Links and upvoted the site. Thank you. We're still hovering on the 50 mark, damn it! But never mind. We'll get there in the end, I'm sure. Right-o, so I hope you join me for chapter the 4th of Zombicide, Black Plague and Big Game Hunting. But until then, this is me, Catweazle, signing off. Toodaloo.